children who don't believe in Santa don't get presents.
Oh, if you don't believe, you don't receive. That's what I used to hear.
Yeah. So I was like, okay. So I'm like, oh no, 11.
That's a bit like gaslighting though, isn't it? Like, if you don't believe, you don't receive. It's like, fucking believe it.
Welcome to my mum.
Even though you know it's fake, believe it.
She hates fat people so much, my mum. And she just, for no reason, will throw in, she was a big fat thing about someone she doesn't like. A lady on the bus, a lady, especially fat ladies she does not like. Can we be real, Bags? How are you?
I'm good, mate.
You good?
Yeah.
You bloody
just
good?
Good to see you.
Tippity top?
Here we are again.
I know, here we are again. Can we be real?
Yeah.
You know how obviously everybody around the world loves us?
Do they?
Australians.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Not just us, not just you and I, but
we'll check out the
Australians.
comment section at the moment, mate.
Loving us?
Loving us.
Great.
Yeah.
You serious?
Yeah. No, they do. No, you're worried, right?
Yeah,
No. Well, on YouTube, lots of positivity.
Oh, okay, great.
Close Facebook group. Every now and then we get a little bit of a smashing, right?
Instagram. Jesus.
Well, yeah. And then TikTok.
TikTok, reckon?
I don't look.
Serious?
Don't go to TikTok.
That doesn't surprise me because...
Actually, no, go and have a look and then get into the comment section.
No.
Can we be real on TikTok?
Yeah, you do that.
If you
I'm not
want to,
doing
but
that.
yeah.
But that doesn't surprise me. Is it full of people like my children? So, I mean...
What are they up to?
They're very nice people, but I mean, 15-year-olds shouldn't be allowed to speak in public.
Why not?
To adults. Because they're assholes. They love this.
Do you remember the young kid that we had come into the radio station when we were working in Melbourne who started a bloody...
the donut kid?
The donut kid, mate. I always think of that kid like that.
He was a lovely kid, but what I'm saying is...
and he's still going. Bistro Morgan.
Shut up.
Making the little pastries.
But what I'm saying is...
I picture your kids like that.
Nah, they're not that motivated.
They're not entrepreneurial?
No, not yet anyway. And they are very nice kids, but I suspect that online with a fake name, I mean, kids are so brutal anyway that I suspect that on TikTok under fake names and no photo, like they're probably hideous. So that's, I won't be looking. But all the best to everyone.
Have they seen Mum come up on TikTok?
No, they've seen me on Insta.
Have they gone, oh, hang on, Mum's now rolling around in our feeds a bit here?
I don't think so. They haven't mentioned it. I don't think I'd be in either of their algorithms, to be fair.
Yeah. What if you're talking about them? I wonder if it sends it to them.
No wonder.
If you actually say their name, I mean, it's got a... How good's the algo?
I've said their names a lot, but don't forget they're not using their real names on TikTok, so TikTok's not going to know that they're Louie and Dali, is it? They're going to be whatever they are, which I probably should know as a parent, but I don't. I found this great list on Reddit of things that shock other people about Australians, people from overseas about Australia. And it's hilarious. And, you know, because I don't know about you, but I just still have this very sort of simplistic idea that, well, we're just normal. We're the baseline. Yeah. And everyone else is a bit weird. Americans don't have kettles. Weird. British people don't drink coffee. Weird. Everyone else is a bit nutty. But we're just kind of the baseline. Right. But then when you read this, you go, oh, yeah, okay.
We're kooky.
This bloke says, I tell you what I think is weird about them, that they call friends cunt and people they hate mate.
Yeah. So I think we're confusing.
He's got the example. Confusing. Yeah, apparently he's got the example. Hey, go on, cunt, to your friend, but you're right there, mate. To a potential enemy.
Totally. Yulia can't get this about us. Yeah. That we lie to each other's faces. Because in Russia, if someone's pissed you off, you tell them. And it's also not a problem to have tell your best mate what's wrong with them and why you don't like them and why you won't be hanging out with them this weekend because they've upset you or whatever. Here, and she's watched me do it, where I'll actually say to her, fuck, this person's shitting me, and then to their face be like, hey, mate, how you going? And she can't understand why we lie to each other.
Well, I suppose why start a drama with someone if you know you're going to get over it?
But that's our attitude, right? But I guess Italians, Russians, the Greeks, they've got that kind of similar, like, straight up in your face kind of culture, don't you think?
I've never noticed it.
And then things like that where you're saying mate to someone that you don't like, cunt.
Yeah. To your friends.
Confusing.
I suppose that, especially if you're learning the language, if you're learning English and you're going, hang on a minute, you called me mate, but he seemed really angry. Chocolate crackles. That's only Australian. Apparently that's weird.
Well, it's one of the greatest things ever.
Aren't they so good? Remember as a kid and your mum would make them for your birthday?
Yeah.
Charlie crackles. Beetroot on burgers.
Fucking love it.
I can't. It's like pineapple on pizza to me. I can't not have it.
Yeah.
Like sometimes.
Will you go on McFeast? You know how McFeast and McOz will come out at McDonald's?
Yeah, with beetroot on.
Do you go for that?
Yeah, of course.
It's the greatest. I actually hate it when they don't run it. Like, it's a limited edition burger.
Again, like my pineapple, I have small tins of beetroot in the cupboard and I'll just put them on myself.
Put them on, yeah.
Put them on. Or sometimes on Uber Eats, I'll like just look for ages to find a steak sandwich that has beetroot. I'll be like, no.
Yeah.
Fancy not having beetroot on a steak sandwich. It's bullshit.
Bit of extra juice.
Sitting in the front, and sweetness as well, sitting in the front seat in a taxi. I don't do that. But I've seen it done. I think it's a bloke thing. Do you?
No, not really. Seat? I mean, obviously, if there's a party, for all of us going out tonight, I'll go to the front seat so you guys can sit in the back.
I hate having to sit in the front, actually. Like if I'm with my kids.
And I start chatting with the cab driver as well. Hey, you been busy, mate? What's been going on? I try to
How's your night been, driver?
Yeah.
Yeah. When I'm with my kids in an Uber or a taxi, I always have to sit in the front. And then they sit in the back putting shit on me for talking to the bloke. I'm like, well, I'm sitting next to him. You made me sit next to him.
It's weird to ignore someone when you're sitting right next to them.
I reckon.
Yeah.
So we end up talking about Rajasthan or wherever he's from and what his missus does and when his parents are coming over.
I'd like to get a good read of the economy from a taxi driver.
Tell me.
Well,
how's it going?
How's it going? Is it busy? Are there people coming through the airport? Like, what's the vibe? Like all that kind of, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like bloody Mark Boris when I'm having a chat.
My kids would be in the back looking at each other, rolling their eyes, laughing.
But I can't find anything else to think of to talk about with this person.
Well, I always talk about food. I always talk about where are you from. We normally talk kids. Do they have kids? How old are they? Blah, blah, blah. And then if I've been to their country, I'll say, tell you what I bloody loved about that was this biryani I had one time. And they'll be like, oh yeah, we're great at biryani. And away you go.
You're an over tipper as well on the taxi. So remember the night we went to the casino?
Yes.
And I think you spent more on the tip than we'd spent on drinks.
Because we were staying close by, but we still wanted to get a taxi and the first cab wouldn't take
Everyone kept rejecting us.
Assholes, yeah. So the one guy who got us scored.
Didn't he?
Scored big. Apparently we're the only ones that have different drinking glasses for beer. Like, when you go, I'll have beer, they go, do you want a midi? Do you want a schooner? Do you want a whatever?
It's always a pint in London.
Yeah. And then someone else has chipped in and said, I work in the industry, it's to slow people down because Australians drink so hard. So we try and serve them in smaller glasses.
I remember when I went out drinking in Italy, they all there was a group of Italians that had to tell me to calm down. Because I thought when we go out drinking, we're drinking.
Go hard.
We're drinking Australian style. But Italians will have like one glass of red and sit on that glass of red for maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours. And I'm thinking, mate, let's get back to the bar. And like, I've done 5 beers over here. Like, what are we doing? And they all had to go like, mate, we don't drink like that here. We are hardcore drinkers.
We are, but Germans drink
Oktoberfest.
Beer pretty hard.
1 month of the year.
No,
are they all
there at Christmas time, yeah.
And they go for it?
Yeah, there's some pretty serious drinking going on in Germany. Everyone's so fit and healthy. We've sort of discussed that. There is a lot of fitness here. Not being able to buy alcohol in the supermarket. Isn't that weird when you go to other countries to me and there's alcohol in a mini mart or a servo?
Aldi you can get like those cheap Coronas.
Yeah, that's the only place. Like even if Coles has a Liquorland or whatever,
it's another shop.
It's a separate shop. Why they don't trust us with booze, do they?
Yeah.
They're like, these guys, they're mongrel. They're just, you can't trust them with booze. What does Julia think is weird about it, apart from you lying to people and saying that you like them when you don't?
Yeah, she always raises a few little, things that we all do here. She finds Aussies, she loves Australia, so she doesn't really ever say anything that negative. She thinks that, there's things that the ladies don't do well here. Like
dress?
Well, no, she thinks that the pedicures aren't up to standard.
Okay.
Because a Russian pedicure, when it comes to makeup and beauty.
Yeah, Russians are hardcore.
Russians are really hardcore, and she will critique. She'll go and get something done and come home furious. Right. I've been to the shops and I've gone to get my nails done or something.
Yes.
They completely fucked it up, and I look at them and go, they look good to me.
Yeah.
What's wrong with them? And she's like, look at this bit here and this bit. And I'm like, oh, mate, you're overanalyzing something.
But I feel like I just cop it because that's just the way it is here. But, oh, God.
You go to Russia, mate. They're nailing that shit.
I've got to have
because I think it's very competitive over there.
Yeah, well, it's competitive here too, but I don't know. I mean, we just have a certain standard. Before I got married, I went and had a facial with a Russian beautician in Balaclava in Melbourne, and she was so harsh. I'm 23, and she's like, your face is not enough smooth, not enough silky. She was just fair up me. And she was
she's not even being fair up you. That's just the Russian vibe is just to tell you all the things.
Not enough smooth,
without
not
any
enough
emotion,
silky.
And just facts. Lots of dry facts coming at you when you're living with a Russian.
She was like, "You cannot get married with that face."
They'll say that to you. I mean, Yulia's mum will tell me you've put on weight, you're fat. Like but it's not in a way that's like bad.
Have I ever told you about the time the Dalai Lama called me fat?
Yeah, it's a compliment, right?
Yeah. And so, he certainly didn't mean it as an insult. It was like, oh, well, you must be prosperous, which I love.
But I think there's a lot of cultures where the honesty is their game. It's almost like a sign of love. If they're telling you that
and you think we don't do it?
We do not say people are fat in Australia. I don't think. No. Mate. We're not rolling that out.
No, and if they do, like my mum is super rude. She hates fat people so much, my mum. And she just, for no reason, will throw in, she was a big fat thing about someone she doesn't like. A lady on the bus, a lady, especially fat ladies, she does not like. Someone at the doctor's was doing something. She's a big fat thing as well. So she won't say it to your face.
I fucking love your mum.
Oh, mate.
Fuck, she's a great time.
She is full on, but not to your face. You're quite right. She loves giving it to people afterwards, after the fact.
It's such a Queensland thing to do, though.
Big fat thing she was. Oh, this is my favourite one. A song about some random hobo who stole a sheep and killed himself is a national icon and taught to children for school assemblies.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that so true? Once a jolly swagman. Like that song is so joyless. It is horrible.
Once a jolly swagman camped by a billabong under the shade of a coolbar tree, and he sang as he watched and waited till his billy boiled. You come waltzing Matilda.
So he has
with
a nice
me.
cup of tea.
Waltzing. Oh, sorry.
Sorry, cut to. And then this big fat thing, sheep comes walking down to the billabong for a drink, and old mate steals it.
Doesn't he drown?
This is what they're saying. Then the coppers come because he steals the jumbuck, which is a sheep, puts it in his bag to take with him, and then the coppers come. How does he
do that? I mean, I've never tried to put a sheep in a bloody bag, but I feel like that would be quite hard to do.
Yeah, I know, but in fairness, we've never put a sheep in a bag. So this is this bloke's bread and butter. This is what he does all the time. Goes to billabongs, puts the kettle on and shoves jumbucks in his bag. And then, anyway, so he's done it this one day, and then the coppers came. How they fucking got onto it so quickly, I don't know. I mean, that's uncharacteristically on it. But anyway, so they get down there and they say to him, we're going to, we know what you've done about the jumbuck and that. And then he goes, "You'll never catch me alive," said he. Remember that bit?
That's right at the end.
Right then. And he jumps in the billabong, drowns himself, which is a weird song for us to teach children.
It is. And even the tone of the song
there's no joy in it.
No, there isn't.
There's no...
But then it's the same with the Ring Around the Rosie, the bloody pocket...
That's true.
Isn't it? What's that song?
Pocket full of posy.
That's the plague, isn't it?
A tissue, we all fall down.
Yeah, that's the...
Yes.
Nursery rhymes were all pretty miserable from the sounds of things. Maybe it's not just an Australian thing.
No, that's very true.
Because that's not ours. The old nurse...
Well, it's not, not a nurse. But I remember people saying, "Oh, that should be our national anthem." And we're like, it's about a homeless thief, dude, who kills himself. Like, I don't think it's really...
I think Timey Kangaroo Down Sport should be our song. With the... Oh, well, no, maybe not. Not anymore.
Unfortunately.
Not anymore. Yeah. Good point. But great song, though.
Got a bit of the old Rolf Harris's about it. A lot of the old Rolf Harris's about it, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember that?
Is he still alive?
No. Timey Kangaroo down
sport, Timey Kangaroo down,
Timey Kangaroo down sport, Timey Kangaroo down.
I mean, lyrical genius.
Fucking hell. So
I wonder if people overseas right now are having a great time learning about our Australian songs that we sing at school.
And thinking about their own songs.
What about Juicy Juicy Green Grass? Did you ever get into that one? Juicy, juicy green grass, juicy, juicy green grass. Where have you gone?
That songbook, did you have it? And they'd play the record and you'd sing. That bloke?
Yeah.
He was the same as...
No, that's a Peter Coombs.
Peter Coombs.
Mate, what about the...
Spaghetti Bolognese.
Oh, mate, the meatball song.
Yeah.
I lost my poor meatballs when somebody sneezed.
I know.
Who's sneezing and then the meatballs roll down?
No.
And have you seen the video where that film clip of that song?
No.
And the meatballs literally roll down the street and he chases the meatballs all the way down. No one's meatballs are going that far.
Especially if someone sneezed on them, let them go.
What about Newspaper Mama?
Newspaper Mama.
Mate.
Newspaper Mama.
Sometimes
Newspaper
you and I
Mama
weirdly tap into some fucking weird childhood shit.
Well, we
here,
both went
we?
to primary school in Queensland.
Now, is this a national thing or is this just a Queensland thing?
Well, I think Peter Coombs is because he... I remember him doing adult gigs not that long ago. He was doing like the Corner Hotel in Melbourne and adults were going. Yeah.
Well, I would go.
Yeah. Everyone's just going news, but imagine being pissed and
singing
Newspaper
that
Mama.
And having a whole band behind it.
Great fun. Yeah.
That's a sellout gig.
It was a sellout gig. So good for him. That's a good news story as opposed to the Rolf Harris story. So,
Don't Google that one if you're overseas.
Well, British people know because he lived
there.
there.
That's
he was
right.
very famous there. He painted the Queen.
Yeah.
I mean, he makes the jumbuck stealing bloke look good, doesn't he?
So we sing about grass, we sing about newspapers, we sing about meatballs, we sing about jumbucks.
Please tell us, send us, write to us on Facebook.
I feel like French music is a lot more classy.
La vuetta, gente, la vuetta.
Right?
La vuetta, gente, blah, 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 something. Yeah, my mum used to sing that when I was a kid. But maybe you have national songs that are crook, like our one.
Yeah.
I'd love to read about them, please. And we'll dig them up and play them.
Totally.
I had an Italian friend, Danielle, and her parents were Italian, and they had this beautiful record they used to play, and it was about, I think it was Dean Martin, but he was singing in Italian, and it was about a mouse. There was a little Pepita doing a cha-cha on the floor, and then the little mouse would go, oh, Dean, and yeah, so that was... I think that was a famous Italian song.
Yeah.
Maybe it was only famous in her house. But I would love to hear about them, please.
Totally. All right, let's get into some secrets for today. If you've got a secret you want to share it, all you have to do is go to the link in the bio. You can also send us a written secret if you like. Here's our first one. I sent a voice note about my friend's bad haircut. You've got great hair at the moment.
Thank you.
How would you feel if Donna sent a bloody voice note about your haircut and said it was shit?
I'd be very shocked by that. Very shocked.
And I accidentally sent it to her.
I mean, come on, rookie error.
We've all done it though, haven't we?
We've all done it.
Accidentally text someone. I told her, so this was her excuse. She said that it was AI generated as a prank. But she wasn't sure whether she actually bought it or not. But I guess AI, you could probably... But how can...
What?
Why would AI voice message someone about their shit haircut?
I know. Is that the new I was hacked? I actually was hacked once, by the way. But anyway, no one ever believes you when you say you were hacked. I've been hacked many times, a number of times. Once my Instagram was stolen by a Turkish bloke who just started uploading videos of himself hooning around Istanbul.
Yeah, right.
It's fucking weird. People can do that. My Facebook's been hacked. So it's a little bit of a hard sell to say what my ChatGPT was hacked and it sent you a text. I don't understand.
And a voicemail.
Voicemail?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Yeah, no. I don't know what you fucked there. Good luck you fucked. We haven't had a good luck you fucked in a while.
Yeah.
But you are fucked.
Yeah. All right, here we go. I told my kids that the Wi-Fi only works when the house is clean. I don't feel like that would work at all, especially with your kids.
No, they must be very...
out.
Oh, you can spin a lot of shit to little kids.
How old though? Like, I mean, your teenagers would look at you and go, "Come on, Mum, what are you cooking up here?" Every Sunday they vacuum like their lives depend on it.
Oh, that's adorable. What do you reckon the cutoff is for that sort of shenanigans?
Fucking 3?
No, you'd be amazed at how naive they are for a while.
When did you? Oh, if there's any kids watching, stop now.
Yeah.
When did you stop believing in Santa?
I remember I definitely stopped, but I had to keep telling Mum I still believed because she said children who don't believe in Santa don't get presents.
Oh, if you don't believe, you don't receive. That's what I used to hear.
Yeah. So I was like, okay. So I'm like, oh no, 11.
That's a bit like gaslighty though, isn't it? Like, if you don't believe, you don't receive. It's like, fucking believe it.
Welcome to my mum.
Even though you know it's fake, believe it.
Welcome to my mum. Yeah, absolutely. So I was like, yeah, okay, I believe in it.
At what age do you tap out? Because I think I'm a late. My younger brother told me.
Oh.
Isn't that random? So I think I was about maybe 12.
Oh, that's
11, 12, somewhere around there, where my brother was 8 and kind of went, mate.
Your brother was 8?
Yeah, and fucking blew Santa.
Oh, that's so adorable. Yeah. Oh, my God.
Yeah, I'm pretty naive. But, I was just happy to believe that Santa was a real thing. And Mum was so fucking pissed off.
We'll have to put a special, warning on this episode. Not that I think most people listen to this in front of their kids, but...
you couldn't.
You couldn't. You shouldn't. If you are, then it's...
What's the age to tap out? Like, I mean, it's about the 11, 12 mark, isn't it?
I don't know.
Is that old?
I think that's old.
Yeah.
I mean, as you know, I forgot to tell my kids about Santa, so it was never an issue. But Edie, my niece, definitely a big Santa believer.
Hang on, how do you forget? Every year Christmas comes around, you forget from when they're 1 to go, hey, there's this bloke, right?
I just couldn't be bothered telling him all that bullshit yarn about, this bloke who comes down the chimney. What chimney? Yeah, we don't have one, so it makes no fucking sense at all. And also, he gets around the whole world in one night. What? Yeah, I know. It makes no sense. It's embarrassing. Frankly, I'm embarrassed to be telling you this. That's how I felt.
At what age are you doing this?
That all happened in my own head.
Oh, right,
because every Christmas they got presents from me, from Nan and Pop, from their aunts and uncles. We had a nice lunch.
You didn't want to do a bit of the mystery with the milk and the cookies and all that kind of shit with the carrots for the reindeers and all the drama that you get to build up as a family?
Who's got the energy? Who's got the time? I've got twins, mate.
Look, I don't have kids.
Exactly.
But that is something that I am looking forward to doing.
My mum used to do all that.
Yeah, I would like that routine or tradition in a family for a while.
I know I've said this before, but I honestly couldn't bring myself
to lie
to them. Even though it's a beautiful lie and it's a sweet lie and all that, there was something about it. Every year I just thought, I just couldn't look at their little faces. They were so trusting, and go, and there's this guy who's going to bring all your presents and you've got to be good and here's the elf that's spying on you and all that. I just couldn't bring myself to do it.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I'm giving you presents, dude.
But there's got to be, I guess it's a good way to get a kid to behave though, isn't it? The elf on the shelf is a great little tool to get kids to, really keep their shit together for a while. You get about a month out of that, don't you? Like, it makes November and December really good for parents, I imagine.
Yeah, I know kids really do get into it. But 12, that's really surprising to me. Didn't other kids at school tell you?
Probably. I don't know. I was just right into it. I was right into
so beautiful.
To Santa. But my brother just loved ruining it.
And also, you live at the Gold Coast. Didn't you ever say, I've never seen a chimney in my life?
I've got to show you photos of it. So my mum used to dress Nick and I, my brother, in matching clothes.
My mum used to dress me and my sister in matching clothes.
And we used to go to church.
Yeah, same.
And I had the slicked back hair. Bowl cut. We both had matching bowl cuts.
Cute.
Like we were pretty Ned Flandersy, picture that family. Yeah, that was us.
Mum wanted to be your family. My mum wanted to be Ned Flandersy, but my dad wrecked it all the time.
So. he was Barney Gumble.
Yeah, he's just absolutely just too loose. And so she was always like, why can't you be? And he was like, you're living in a fantasy, blah blah blah. So although they loved each other very much, but they were very different people. So I'd be surprised if he ever played any kind of Santa charade. He certainly never dressed up as Santa or anything like that. Sometimes dads
do that. Yeah, I think Dad gave that a go.
Yep. I think my brother might have done that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's a lovely dad. But wow, 12.
All right, let's get into our first audio secret for today.
My secret is I do at-home enemas. They basically are filling up your bum with water, holding it in, and then releasing it into the toilet, and it cleans out your insides. And it's really nice and it makes me feel great, but you've got to hold it in for 15 minutes. Ooh. And I try not to look at my phone so I can just clear my mind and lay there. So one day I thought, what can I do to pass the time? I might just touch myself. The orgasms that I am having are next level. Somehow my bum being full of water is just doing things for me. Oh my God. I just...
Wow. Sounds like you're thinking about filling your butt up with some water.
I am. I'm seriously
having a great old time.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like I haven't filled my bum up with water because I've
done that too.
Yeah, we've all done that.
We've all had an enema.
I've never held on to it for 15 minutes.
Is that good for you though? I've always wondered that.
Google it. But I mean, it sounds good.
It's not. It's the release is great, right? To get it out of you, and you think, okay, this is all bad shit. My body wants to get rid of it. But when you are lying there and it's just like clear water for a while, and then you're like, oh, a bit of a speck. And then you got like a nugget.
Lucy famously said, a Rissole from 1996.
It's a bit cool to just sit there like watching this tube of
I think she's doing home enemas though. She's not talking about what are we talking about? Colonic irrigation.
Colonic irrigation. What's she doing?
She's just lying on her bed. She's just sticking her hose up her bum.
And holding onto the water.
And holding onto the water for 15 minutes. That's why, okay, how long to keep enema in?
God, that's got to be hard.
This is what I'm saying. I don't think I've ever managed. But this is also known as PrEP. Remember, we have discussed PrEP before. Well, it says for a standard enema, try to hold the liquid in for 5 to 10 minutes. But if you can't, don't worry and go to the toilet as soon as you feel the urge. For retention enemas, try to hold it in for at least 15 minutes. What's a retention enema?
Well, this
standard
is hers.
Enema.
This is the retention. She's doing a 15-minute.
Retention enema. The purpose is to soften the stool and make it easier to expel. Aim for 15 minutes, water-based or oil-based. Yikes. I'm thinking it's just water. What else are we putting in there? Bit of cumin, bit of paprika.
You're cooking something up down there.
Yeah, what are we doing in there? Wow, okay, this is all interesting stuff. Just I'm sure the good people at Amazon can help you out with an enema if you want to give it a go.
Yeah, just going to the enjoying yourself moment though. That must be really difficult to hold it all in while you're doing that.
That's what I'm thinking.
Your muscles down there are probably moving around.
Yeah, and I don't want to have to change the bed sheets because I've bloody
shut the bed.
Yeah, because I've shut the bed. I don't want to have to do that. Like, are you in the shower? I mean. Are you putting a tarp down in the backyard? Like, what are you doing just in case? It's brilliant.
Lots of questions,
but I think it's brilliant. I think what you're doing is great and more power to you.
Well, she sounds like she really enjoyed it at the end there, didn't she? The big sigh. Wow.
Yeah, and I know you and I aren't the only ones who are going to give it a go. So,
as in you and I?
Yeah, not together, obviously. Fucking hell. Okay. In the privacy of our own backyards or wherever we figure out where to do it.
It's a backyard job. It sounds like a backyard job. You've got to be safe.
At least a laundry job?
Yeah, it's definitely not the living room.
No, or on your bed. I wouldn't think Yulia wants, her Laura Ashley's dealing with that.
No, totally. All right. How do you file that one?
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
And
you love it?
Yeah, I love it.
All right.
I'll be trying it.
Let's get into the next secret.
Thanks, guys, for literally featuring my secret around a whole topic on your episode.
Literally.
I am the married man, girl, lady that I was contemplating sleeping with a married man. Can confirm I did not. So I'm probably still morally fucked on a lot of other levels. But yeah, just letting you guys know that I didn't go there. And I did hear he also has a small penis. Apparently I'm not the only one. He tries to, throw his little wiener around. But yeah, sorry, a few margaritas deep, but yeah, love you guys, love the podcast, and thought I would just give you that cheeky little update.
Oh, it's a cheeky one.
Cheeky little update.
She's gone with the drunk hotline.
She's done a drunk hotline. That's a better, that's
what were
we
you
called
say?
it drunken dial last
drunken
time.
Drunken hotline, whatever you want to do. If you're drunk,
pick one name.
If you're drunk, you can send a message.
Come on, mate. This is branding 101. One name.
Oh, okay.
Drunken dial.
Righto.
Let's go drunken dial.
Yeah, I love it.
Great.
Whatever you want to call it. Drunken dial.
It's up. It's happening. Drunken dial's caught on. It's unreal. I mean,
margaritas.
A lot to unpack, as Mia would say. So, the fact that he's got a small penis is obviously helping. I mean, that's helped you make the decision.
Yeah.
Just a bloody great update. Thank you so much. And I love how you're feeling so good.
I can really, the way she's telling that story as well, I can picture the margarita in her hand.
I can smell it.
Yeah, right?
I can
with
smell
the
her
salt
breath.
around the outside, right?
I can smell it.
And she's got it in her hand as she's smashing his small penis. Fuck, he's got a small penis.
Yeah, because I'm not the only one who's been throwing it around. Yeah, love it. Love all of that. And thanks for the update. Very good. Did not sleep with the married guy with the small penis. Why would you? I mean, how disappointing. That's the thing about sex, isn't it? Like, you never know until you have a go. So sometimes you take this big risk and then you find out something like that out. Like, it's just really, it's a gamble.
It is a gamble.
Sex is a bloody gamble.
That's what keeps us exciting.
Love is a battlefield.
Don't you think?
Yeah, totally.
Imagine if it was always the same.
Right, and when you least expect it, someone's a great route who you weren't expecting to be. So you have to give people a go as well, you know.
Have you had that before where you've gone, this is going to be a shitter, but I'll give it a go anyway, and then you're like, fuck, this is great.
Yeah, like, I don't think I've ever thought this is going to be a shitter, but I think I've been sceptical. I've been like, nah.
How do you judge that beforehand, though?
Well, you can't. That's what I mean. You try to, and there have been times where I've thought,
What are some of the signals that you're looking for? Like, if they can dance, does that mean they're going to be a good route?
Oh, yeah. I suppose what it means more than anything is that they're flamboyant. They're, like, not self-conscious. They're, you know.
Like, when you saw, like, maybe a couple of months ago, Mark Boris, the guy from Australia, dancing at the interest rates, were you thinking, fuck, he can...
No.
He's a rooter.
No. He's a rooter. No, I mean, I think that was joke dancing, right?
I don't know. I feel like that's Mark Boris's dancing. He had his suit on. He was...
Yeah, no.
He was...
I'd like to see Mr. Boris in his black jeans and tight black T-shirt dancing. I think that'd be different dancing, and that's the Mr. Boris I am more interested in. Yeah.
Mark Boris, Google him if you're overseas. He used to host the Celebrity Apprentice. All right, how do you file that one? The margarita.
I love it. Well done. Yeah, and thank you for being our drunken dialer for the day.
Yeah,
love
good
that.
on.
More of that, please.
Yeah, more of them.
Just when you're drunk, just share your thoughts.
We love it.
Tell us what's going on.
Yeah.
What do you reckon about stuff?
If you've got a secret you want to share, all you have to do is go to the link in the bio. We will catch you again tomorrow.